Welcome back to Spencer FYI, and we're going to talk about the, let's see, it's called Textiles and Crafts, right?
And Arts.
And Arts, that's right. I always forget the arts. So planning is underway for the 2021 fair.
We have our planning pretty much underway. We have our judges already lined up, and the book itself has been online since May 1st, so they can go online and find any new information there in the book.
All right, well, let's talk about, besides your normal, usual classes that you have, you've added quite a few new ones for this year.
Well, we've added some new ones. We've added some new sponsors. First of all, I'd like to thank my committee members, Cindy Kress, Rita Peters, Kim Stevenson, and Effie Hykins helps us line up our workers. And we have been meeting on and off this winter to get things ready. Sponsors that we have for this year, we have 10 sponsors. Returning, and I'll just take a look at that, seems to me is Algona, and they're doing our challenge quilt for us. She's also doing creative patchwork and machine embroidery. The Beehive has added an extra class. She's always done rubber stamping, but she did a yarn project last year, and we split it so they can do a yarn project in crochet and also one in yarn. And then we have Forever is a scrapbooking company, and they have been with us for several years. Arts on Grand is with us with two-dimensional art for youth. Quilting on Main in Pocahontas has closed, but they are giving a gift basket for the Best of Boutique quilt this year. And then Prairie Woolens in Paulina does wool applique. Quilters Portable out of Mallard has 3 classes. She's added a new class. It's all on machine embroidery. And she's doing a new one on unusual fabric, like embroidering on a screen or embroidering on cork. So that's a new one we've added. And the Warm Company out of Washington sends us bats for quilts so that you can do creative work with bats. Our new sponsors for this year, Consumers Lumber here in Spencer, and they are sponsoring the woodworking, which specializes in joints, special joints in the wood project. And then Vermeer Glass has joined us with a fused glass, and I will say she's giving classes. So you can go and take a class and then bring your project to the fair. So those are our 10 sponsors. We have 40 sponsored classes, but we have 10 sponsors.
That's amazing that you get
all those people to help us out.
Yeah, and from a wide area.
Yes, yeah. We have to go out quite a ways to get quilt shops.
yeah. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, isn't it? So so then all that stuff gets judged on right before the fair starts.
Right. We judge on Tuesday after Labor Day, and we may this year, because you can bring last year's work and this year's work, we may be doing an extra day of judging. We just don't know until we get the things there.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you mentioned that, and that's because we didn't have a fair last year, so
Correct.
You're kind of letting those.
So they can still bring the work they did last year. Yeah. They just only can compete against. They can't compete against themselves. So you can only enter each class one time.
Okay. Well, that'll help maybe limit some of yours.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what to expect.
Well, hopefully the building will be all full.
Yeah, hopefully it will.
So then, besides the things that folks can bring to the fair, you also do demonstrations on a daily basis?
We do. We have daily demonstrations at 11 and 1 o'clock. That isn't changed. In the book it says 2, but we're going to make some room for floriculture to do some demonstrations too. So we did change our afternoon one. We have a different demonstrator every day. Most of our demonstrators are exhibitors, and they're trying to teach so that if you don't know how to do crocheting or if you don't know how to do quilting, you can come and learn and then bring a project next year. I can go through those if you want. Brock Storm is going to do airbrush painting. He's done a lot of work for us in the arts classes. Rita Peters and Deb Bauer are going to do a presentation on a new class for next year. We're going to try and combine a floral arrangement and a painting. So they're going to kind of get you online on how to possibly enter there. Wednesday, Dinah Powers is going to do alcohol and ink painting on jewelry. And then on Thursday, Mary Brooks is going to do scrapbooking. Wednesday, Barb Maurer is doing traditional rug hooking, which is an old craft, but we're trying to bring that back. Thursday, Deb Travis is going to teach us how to make a badge or a patch on the embroidery machine. And then Friday, Janet Strauss is going to do scrap busting with quilts, so you can use up all your scraps. Joanne Thomas is coming back, and she's going to do tatting. She did that for us last year. So if you got to start with the tatting, you can pick it up and do a little more this year. And then to end up on our last Sunday, Cindy Williams is going to do cumhole braiding, which is a new craft. So like I said, most of these are exhibitors, and they're sharing their skills with the public.
And that just happens right there in the Creative Living building.
It's right in the Creative Living building. Used to be right by our desk, right there as the main thoroughfare, and I think it'll probably stay there.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to walk through there and see what's going on.
Yeah, and there are chairs you can and sit down. Actually, a lot of it's hands-on. You can try your hand at tatting. So.
Well, good. Some hands-on things for you to do at the fair.
There you go.
Year. So if folks, we kind of just did a quick overview of what's going to happen in that building. The best thing to do is get that book, right?
Right, and you can go online, claycountyfair.com, and hit the competition button, and that will show all open classes. And then you can, if you press on that button, it will give you our handbook with all the rules, when we're entering, when you can take things home, and exactly what has to go in each class.
All right, and when are you entering?
We are going to enter starting at noon on Friday, September 3rd, when we'll be there till 7 o'clock that night. And then we'll come back Saturday on the 4th, and we'll enter from 9 to 3.
Do you want folks to pre-register?
You can pre-register. That makes it faster. We have all your cards lined up, and you can just come in. We're going to have 2 sets of clerks, one for those that have pre-registered and one for those who haven't. So hopefully we can move people through quickly. And you can always change. If you get it there and we don't feel that it would do best in that class, we can change it at that time. So you're not locked in to that particular class.
All right, but like I said, it kind of gets that the hard paperwork that.
Right, it doesn't, now no handwriting. It gets them through faster.
All right, sounds good. Any other changes happening for this year's fair?
I don't think there are. We're going to release the projects at 6 o'clock Sunday night on the 19th, and then we'll be there from 6 to 8. And if you can't make that, then you can come back on Monday. We'll be there from 11 to 6 on Monday. If you still can't make that, we can take it to the fair office, and you can pick it up whenever it works for you.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you want to pick up those projects and your ribbons and stuff like that.
That's right. And I think it's October when they send the premium amounts out, the premium checks out to the people. So.
All righty, sounds good. Anything else that you want to cover that I didn't ask about?
I don't think so. I just encourage people to come, help us have a good showing of projects at the fair. We are looking for workers. We have about 60 women that we try and call, but we do 2 days of entry, we do 2 days of judging, 2 days of decorating. So we need all the help we can get. So if you're interested, you can call the fair office and they'll get a hold of me and let me know that you're interested in working.
All right, and it's probably like any skill level you'll take, right?
Absolutely. We'll train you.
All right, sounds good. Do you need help then during the week of the fair as well too?
During the week we have hostesses, so we do need hostesses. We do 2-hour shifts. So if they want to come and just sit there, and it's fun to watch the people go through.
Mm-hmm. All right, sounds good. So yeah, find yourself a good place to work there at the Creative Living Center.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. We'll be back with more right after this.